Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel.
Meghan and Harry have already said goodbye to their careers as podcasters. That Spotify deal fell apart, and there is no other contract that's going to be coming anytime soon. The Netflix deal is on shaky ground by all accounts. Meghan and Harry have got to come up with some content for Netflix soon, or there's no way Netflix is going to renew their contract that expires in 2025. As far as Penguin Random House, alright, so Spare allegedly broke all kinds of records. It was a bestseller in the nonfiction category. But a lot of those stories about how successful Spare was is really just PR spin. The truth is, we don't even know for sure if Harry made enough money off that book to pay back his advance. If Meghan and Harry were doing well financially, they wouldn't be so desperate right now. A good way to tell how well Meghan and Harry are doing financially is to look at the reports of whether or not they're trying to make peace with the royal family. Whenever they think they're doing well financially, they feel like they're free to trash them as much as they want. But when their supply of cash starts to dwindle, that's when we start seeing reports that Meghan and Harry want to make peace with the royal family, that Harry misses his family, that they want to come back for Christmas. At the same time, we're hearing all these reports that Meghan wants to get back into acting or producing or something like that. According to The Insider, she's serious about acting again and getting a paycheck again. It's what she knows, and she knows that to do it right, she has to be where the action is. Well, all right, Megan, good luck with that little plan. I don't think it's going to make any difference whether or not she is near where the action is. I mean, nobody wants any of her action. That much has been demonstrated time and time again. But is that going to stop her from trying? Well, it never did in the past. If Megan is one thing, we can say she is driven. She doesn't give up very easily, even when she should. Megan also needs to think carefully about her experience as an actress. I mean, let's be real, she never achieved real success as an actress. I know she was on Suits, but that's one single show, and she wasn't the lead character at all. Supposedly, they were also going to get rid of her character on that show because she was so impossible to work with. Honestly, it sounds to me like Harry and Meghan are focused on all the wrong things. Meghan is focused on reigniting her acting career, when really she should be focused on not being such a horrible narcissistic witch. I also think it's funny that there's no mention of what Harry is going to do for work in LA. I guess they've just given up on Harry working at all. Honestly, folks, stuff like this makes me believe that a divorce announcement is coming soon from Montecito. I just don't believe for one second that Harry is going to continue to follow Meghan around as she jumps from city to city trying to figure out what to do with herself. They're never going to achieve any real success unless they can change their behavior and change who they are as people, I would say, as well. I mean, they need to develop some self awareness and understand why they're so off putting. They're not young anymore, so at this point it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to do that, but I do believe with the right kind of therapy they could do it. However, they would actually have to seek out the right kind of therapy, which I don't believe they're interested in. So the insider also said she doesn't care if people judge her for acting again, that ship has sailed. Some people might say it's inappropriate for a princess to be an actress, but Meghan doesn't care anymore what anyone says. Okay, well, judging by that last sentence, nothing at all is going to change with the Harkles. Okay, first of all, some people might say it's inappropriate for a princess to be an actress. Megan, you are dreaming if you believe that people consider you to be a princess. I understand technically if Megan wanted to be called Princess Henry, she could. But she doesn't come close to Catherine. Catherine is a real princess. Megan is a phony. And what about this claim that Megan doesn't care anymore what anyone says? Oh, really? Is that why we're getting so many puff pieces trying to convince us that she's better than what we think she is? Is that why she's so desperate for approval from absolutely everybody? She doesn't care anymore what anyone says? I don't believe that for a second. See, for a narcissist like Megan, all that matters is what people say about her. She has no ability to love herself. All she can get is external approval, which she hasn't been getting, and that's why she is spiraling out of control. To me, that little quote about, oh, people believe that princesses shouldn't be actresses tells us a lot about Megan's mental state right now, and it's very unhealthy. Megan needs to understand that nobody is judging her because people think that princesses shouldn't be actresses. People are judging her because she's an absolutely terrible actress. She's not convincing in the least. Her performance on Suits was never impressive. And what was she before that? She was a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal. Meghan Markle has no acting talent. That's why people are going to be judging Meghan for trying to reignite her acting career. It has nothing to do with a title that she doesn't even hold. At this point, at least we can use Meghan and Harry as a cautionary tale. Just look at all the mistakes they made. First of all, they were so arrogant when they bought that home in Montecito. They could never have afforded that. They were just counting their chickens before they hatched. Let's also think about the reason that they so haughtily moved to the US. It's because they thought they were better than the royal family. Well, when you think that you are so high and mighty, you have got a long way to fall, and that's exactly what has happened to them. Are they going to be able to turn things around? No, I don't think so. It doesn't matter if they're in LA or Malibu or Montecito or even the UK. They are done, and the sooner they can accept that fact and move on, the better for all of us. I believe it's also 100% safe to assume that Meghan Markle at least okayed what Scooby Doo put in the Dutch translation of his book, where he named the members of the royal family who supposedly made some racist comment about artificial skin color before he was born. I don't believe for a second that Scooby Doo was acting alone. I believe that not only did Meghan supply him with that information, she also encouraged him to sneak it into the Dutch translation. She thought they could avoid blame that way, and it looks like so far they are avoiding blame. Of course, the palace is slow to respond. I do believe they're going to respond eventually, but we don't know how. One question we still don't know the answer to, though, is did Harry approve of what Scooby Doo put in Endgame? Something tells me no, this was all Meghan. Honestly, I believe the reports claiming that Harry wants a face to face meeting with his father, that he's trying to come home for Christmas, that he wants Archofficial and Invisibet to spend more time with his family. I think for Harry, the truth is plain to see. It's not working out well for him in California. Harry is never going to be happy with the life that he and Meghan have in Hollywood. So his choices now are to remain in this miserable situation or try to find a way to escape. Unsurprisingly, it sounds like Meghan is not going to let him get away easy. As the National Enquirer reports, outraged Duchess Meghan is vowing to divorce her hapless hubby Prince Harry if he tries to back away from explosive charges her in-laws King Charles and Princess Kate made horrid remarks about their babies being black. That's according to palace insiders who spoke with the National Enquirer. I suspect there might be some truth to this, because let's remember, Harry has already tried to back away from these claims. Earlier this year, when he was promoting Spare, he was the one who said that he and Meghan never called the family racist. He claimed they were just talking about unconscious bias. I mean, same difference if you ask me. But see, I think even for somebody like Harry, calling his family racist is a line he doesn't want to cross. He knows it's not true, and he knows how damaging that allegation is. On some level, even Harry realizes that completely destroying his relationship with his family is not a good move. But see, Meghan doesn't care. Stirring up chaos for her has been very lucrative, so she's going to keep it going. Meghan doesn't care if it's a lie or if it's the truth. She's going to promote whichever narrative she thinks people are interested in hearing, because she believes that's going to lead to more fame and money for herself. Meghan has already burnt every bridge back to the royal family to an absolute crisp, so at this point, she's not worried about maintaining any kind of relationship with them. As always, she's just looking out for herself. And according to the National Enquirer, Meghan is absolutely forbidding Harry from trying to make up with his family. Reportedly, she is forcing him to choose between her and the invisible children and their life in Montecito or his family back in the UK. According to a high level courtier who spoke with the National Enquirer, Harry's been told in no uncertain terms it's me or them. Meghan has made it clear she wants no part of the monarchy, and that means Harry must stay away too. I'm told she threatened to divorce him if he made peace with his family. Honestly, folks, this is exactly the kind of thing we see in these narcissistic, abusive relationships. I believe this 100%. Meghan Markle cannot stand the idea that somebody else might have influence over Harry, and that's why she is forbidding him to make peace with his family. She knows that if he reestablishes that connection with his father and his brother especially, her grasp on him is going to start slipping, and she can't have that. For abusive narcissists like Meghan, maintaining that control over their victims is paramount. While Harry has certainly dished more than enough dirt on his family and done more than enough to deserve to be ostracized forever, I do believe Meghan has been the driving force in this whole trash the royals for money scheme. I mean, it makes sense after all. Before Meghan entered his life, Harry had a good relationship with everybody in his family. But Meghan has never had a healthy relationship with her own family. I mean, even before she and Harry got together, she had already cut a lot of them out of her life. And then, after she married Harry, she proceeded to cut her father out of her life, her mother's whole side of the family, basically everyone except her mother. It's no secret that family values are not very important to Meghan in spite of what she said. The National Enquirer source basically said the same thing. Quote, Harry has dished piles of dirt on his family too, even accusing William of violence. But lately, he's been looking to thaw relations with his father at least. But it appears Meghan's put her foot down hard. She's done with the royals. I see this also being a kind of self protective gesture from Meghan. The truth is, the royals are done with her. They're never going to let her get near them again. But instead of accepting that and accepting that she made a big mistake when she decided to make a career out of trashing them, it's much easier for Meghan to try to save face by saying, well, I didn't want to have anything to do with you either. Now, on some level, I'm sure Meghan understands that without her connection to the royal family, she's nothing, she's a nobody. And that's why we keep on hearing reports that she's about to reinvent herself, she's going to reveal something big. She doesn't have anything going on, that's the truth of the matter. All she can really do is try to string people along with these vague proclamations that something's about to happen. It also sounds like people at the palace are not buying this story that Meghan doesn't want to be involved in the royal soap opera. Come on. Meghan just doesn't want to go back because she'll never be the star. And after Endgame, Meghan needs to go ahead and let go of any remaining hope that she had that she could once again join the royal family. As the insider reports, Team Sussex is claiming they had nothing to do with the book or revealing the names. But frankly, no one is buying it. It smacks of the ultimate revenge of a spurned actress who wanted to be the brightest star in the royal heavens. That's what's so funny to me about Meghan trying to claim that she and Harry had nothing to do with Endgame and Scooby-Doo trying to claim the same. As Judge Judy, one of my favorite TV personalities ever, once said, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. One thing Harry and Meghan love to do that completely turns people off is they act like we're all a bunch of idiots, like they can just tell any old lie and we're going to absolutely believe what they say because they said it. I mean, no, nobody is that gullible. It does not take a genius to figure out what is going on in this situation, that Meghan wanted top billing. She thought that she should be the one calling the shots. And when she found out that could never happen because she was joining a centuries old traditional family, she pitched a fit and she left. It's her way or the highway. As the source explains, Meghan believed she was joining the family as a self made career woman and philanthropist who would outshine the stuffy royals. But it didn't work out that way. She refused to play second fiddle to Princess Kate, who outranks her in the social order as the future queen. Being told she'd have to curtsy to Kate was likely the last straw. See, Meghan just didn't understand, or rather refused to understand, how the royal hierarchy worked. She believed that she and Harry were the most popular royals, and so someday they should be king and queen. It's a completely ridiculous idea, but Meghan is a completely ridiculous person. Because Meghan truly believes that her truth, her subjective experience, is more important than, as Harry put it, so called objective reality. Meghan has a very entitled attitude. I mean, I think if we knew the truth of what she really believes, we would be absolutely horrified. It's completely out of this world. Another thing that just makes me chuckle is I really believe that Meghan thought the royals were going to be the ones feeling sorry after she and Harry left. Why did she believe that, though? Why did she believe that she and Harry were so important? Sure, right after she joined the family, she and Harry were popular, but very quickly they ruined that popularity for themselves with all their hateful attacks and all their whining. And you, what do you think about Meghan and Harry's new plan to move to LA? Will they finally find the success they've been so desperate for? Please let me know your opinion below in the comment section. As always, don't hesitate to like and share this video with anybody else who would enjoy it. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.